Hi, everyone. Welcome in, and it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. It is February 4th, 2025. I'm still getting used to saying 2025. I hope everyone has had a wonderful Tuesday so far. Wow, right? We're going to be talking about Sebastian Rogers. Did any of you get a chance to watch jury selection for Evelyn today? I'm going to be catching up on that this evening, talking about Evelyn Boswell. Go back and watch my video if you would that I posted at late last night. The little angel was unalived by her mommy's being accused of unaliving her, being accused of wrapping her alive in a blanket so tight it left marks on her face, wrapping her in tinfoil and putting her in upside down in a trash can with a bag liner in it in the playhouse. And they did say that they believe she was alive when that was done to her. So her mother is charged with first-degree murder, many counts of lying to police officers, which I thought many of you might be interested in this case a little bit, because if we watch the trial, we can see how that's handled. This is in Tennessee, not Hawkins County, Sullivan County, just very close distance from where Summer Wells went missing. Actually, Summer's father, Don Wells, went and searched for Evelyn, according to him. So she was first arrested for lying to police, one count. Then she never left jail after that. She's been there for 5 years. It was many months before she was even charged with felony murder, and then just 8 months ago charged with premeditated first-degree murder. But she's been in there for 5 years, and it all began with one count of lying to police. Then the grand jury met, and TBI, this is Tennessee. The grand jury met and indicted her for lying to TBI numerous times and she had over 10 counts she was indicted for lying to TBI about the whereabouts of her child specifically. So it can be done. That's exactly right, Mama First. It can be done. So I think this is an important case. I think this case will be important, in my opinion. So I do want to watch it. I want to see how that is handled. The lying to police about whereabouts, where it's taking place right in Tennessee. So I'm very interested in the case, and I hope as I give updates, you'll follow me along with it. I think it'll give us some pivotal information regarding how things can and are handled in Tennessee and could be, right? Things that we could see coming down the pike. So this is about Sebastian today. Sebastian Rogers. Yes, Evelyn Boswell. Sweet baby. I want to welcome everyone in. We are here today for Sebastian Rogers. He, again, was reported missing February 26, 2024. He has not been found. He was 15 years old when he went missing. He is now 16 years old. He had a birthday on December 7th, 2024. Allegedly, according to law enforcement, there have been no sightings of him. Now, we know that law enforcement does not need to and should not share with us anything from an investigation that could hinder or harm it or the victim. So we theorize, we share our opinions, we think outside of the box, we're going through statements and things released, but we don't know, right? We are doing just that. It's not to be taken as fact. Myself and my chat and my community, it is all alleged, not to be taken as fact. No one is being accused. We are just trying to put little pieces together. No accusations, just thoughts. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. Welcome to everyone in the house. Hello, my mods. Thank you so much for being here. Sandy T, good to see ya. Let's see who else I got in the house modding. Cinderella, good to see you. Hey, Misty. Hello, hello, Hope Float. So good to see you. Thank you all for being here to mod. Hi, Chemistry Queen, Elza W, Justice for Kylo, Sam R, Bev Heilman, Panda Bear's Mom, 1971. Always good to see you. Hey, Mama of 5. Thank you for liking the video. Devilicious. Morgan LaFay, always good to see you. Sandy Shill, Zena. Always, hi, Shining Star. Ann Burrows, Mama First. Valerie, Chit Chat 2023. Hey, Rita M. Love the name Chit Chat 2023. Ashley Breckheimer. Lisa Ann, More Candy, Crafty Girl. We will have our families live Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I am going to be doing a little giveaway, Sebastian Rogers merch giveaway Saturday. Don't miss. And if you're not a member, go ahead and join because our member lives are a lot of fun. Brenda, Jenny Lang. Oh, well, Jenny, we hope to see you on the replay. Thank you. Marley Goff, Karen Killeran, hello. From Australia, correct? Bluegrass Meadows, Bliss Blessings. Hey, Chrissy McKenna. Hello, hello, TC, Lady Roses, MTB or MTV, Cheryl Webb, Sandy T, IT, thank you for, or Sandy T, thank you for being here to mod. Show Poodles, hello, good afternoon. Hi, Christine, Alaska. Hello, everyone, so good to see you. Mama First says, Jay, thanks for making this a peaceful place. Thank you, everyone. It's truly appreciated. Thank you all, too. Without you all, it couldn't be peaceful. So I truly appreciate all of you. It's hard enough content. And if we act all hyped up and all that, it just makes it even more difficult. So I like to try and keep us. I love the way my mods, you keep a chat so calm, so positive in such hard, difficult times and contents. All my subscribers and visitors, I appreciate you. Every one of you. Visitors who come in, you're so wonderful. You add so much to our chat and our community. And Sebastian needs us all. We may not all agree. And of course, we're not going to agree because we do not know 100. Okay. We know some things that we can't share. We know some things that we think, some things that make sense. Okay. But we don't know 100. So we all may have different opinions and we can learn from each other and respect each other. And I really appreciate all of you. Dibbity Doo Cat Mama, what a great name. Arcoholic, love it. Y'all have the best names. A lot of you have been changing your names on me. I get to know them and you change them. Misty, you've been going back and forth, my friend. Are you back to Misty now? Detroit Rock City, Roxanne Macias. Well, we are talking about Sebastian. It is getting close to 1 year. I hate to say that. We are 22 days away from 1 year when Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers was reported missing. We all have our thoughts as to why it got this long and this far. But right now, the best thing we can do is just keep moving on. Okay. Dinner made and showered. Wow, Morgan Le Fay, you're on it. And Annette, you're saying good morning. Okay. Australia, we have many Australian viewers. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Many Canadians and many from over the pond. Hello, hello. You are back to Misty. Oh, gotcha. So as you can see in the thumbnail, let me remove the banner. Please like and sub if you'd be so willing. If you have not been following the case, let me catch people up real quick, okay, everyone? Oh my gosh. Native girl. Oh my goodness, I forgot it's Summer Moon Utah Wells' 9th birthday. Thank you so much, Native girl, for acknowledging that. I will tell you, the first birthday that passed when Summer had been missing, I literally was so heartbroken. Tears most of the day. I will never forget that first February 4th, and I can't believe I did today. So, Summer Moon Utah Wells, this sweet angel, she's an Amber Alert also from Tennessee, Hawkins County, Tennessee, Rogersville, was 5 years old when she went missing June 15th, 2021. Not a trace of her since. Not a trace. She's never been found. Very odd case. I thought that one was dramatic until Sebastian started. But Summer has never been found. She has captured so many people's hearts, and it is just so sad that we are this far down the road for Summer, approaching 4 years soon. And we're at 3.5. So Summer Moon Utah Wells, prayers up for that little angel wherever she is. There's so many mixed theories. Not a single person has been cleared, not her parents, no one. Her brothers, thank goodness, had been removed from the home. They had a beautiful foster family, and from what I understand, they're being adopted. They just have a wonderful chance at life now. Hey, Woman's Warrior. And sadly, Summer had to disappear for that to happen. But they've been saved. Now we need to save and find Summer Moon Utah Wells or recover her, whatever the case may be. This case was so chaotic, my friends, and I don't even know where to tell you right now. I haven't kept up on the parents or anything, but I know who they, in my opinion, believe did it, but they just don't have everything they need, I guess. What I would hope is we are dealing again, and I hate to say this because I love law enforcement and I love what they do for us and what they allow us to be able to do because they're there and they're present. But again, in my opinion, we are dealing with Ronnie Lawson, sheriff, who just, it needs to go elsewhere. It needs fresh eyes. I wish the Cold Case Foundation would pick it up. But remember, they can't pick it up until parents are cleared. Is that the case? And they're not cleared. So Summer Moon Utah Wells, I wish it would be given somewhere else, and maybe to the FBI up over Hawkins County. I would love to see the trucks running that they have for Michael Vaughn running for Summer Moon Utah Wells, but that requires law enforcement to reach out and request that. So Summer Wells also isn't getting the things, in my opinion, like the rewards for the FBI and all the things that are happening for Sebastian, because Summer does not have a Seth. If Seth was not involved in Sebastian's world, there's no one else speaking for him. No one else saying his name. No one else fighting to bring him home. But there is a Seth. So now there's a $250,000 reward. There's Dog the Bounty Hunter. There's a big intelligence agency. There's all sorts of people looking for him. The FBI, Secret Service involved. Because there is a Seth. I believe if Summer had a Seth, Summer would be getting this same movement. So happy birthday, sweet Summer. You deserve so much better than you received. Very, very, very tragic story. And the story of her first 5 years are tragic. Her environment, her surroundings, her upbringing, her hygiene, her nutrition, all of the above. It was just heartbreaking to see. Hi, Phil. We've got someone from Ireland, 10 p.m. Welcome in. Good to see you. I love it when y'all tell me where you're from. In my opinion, Stacy Wondra looks like CP a little larger, especially in the orange shirt. Funny you'd say that. He was on a thumbnail the other day, and I went back to it. It was Stacy on there, and I went back to it because I thought it was CP. So that is so funny, Charlene McPike, that you would say that. I have to agree, there's certain images. Happy birthday to everyone in the house. Oh, you're at church doing bulletins, Mini Panthers. Well, we're glad to have you with us. Thank you for serving. Everyone does something in their own ways, right? Hi, Smiling Sooth, everyone who's here. Thank you so much for being here. If I haven't greeted you personally, it's not intentionally, because I so appreciate each and every one of you. Tori Banks, hello. Yes, yes. And, we really should. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Christina's growing the family for Saturday. And we're going to have Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers merch giveaway Saturday for our members only live. Thank you, Christina. Thank you. Thank you. And please thank Christina if you are the recipient of this kind gift. Thank you for growing our family. Thank you. Thank you. So we are almost at a year in, and September rain, they have not found a car, but a car has been spotted. We're going to discuss it. Okay. We are going to discuss it. We are going at 99 Sunflowers True Crime. Good to see you. Welcome to the family. Hi, Lacey Pear. All of you. So we've all been here for almost a year, praying, thinking of, searching, sharing, doing anything we can with our talents, our love, our attention, our perseverance. And we need to absolutely look at some of the things that have been coming out. And I'm going to be sharing things with you that I know, but I'm also going to be being confidential in the ways I need to be. Okay? Hey, Little Red, you go ahead and lurk. It's so good to see you. Yes, Summer, Michael, Sebastian. You know what? I should do a live for all three. Maybe I'll do a live with the three of them. Hi, Laura Y. Okay, so you see from the thumbnail, Nissan spotted, and I'm questioning, is that the 3:10 a.m. sedan? And I'm going to walk you through my logic with a slideshow. But before I do, I want to tell you that if you are new to the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case, there has been no verified sighting of Sebastian. We were told he was last seen on the 25th, originally the first day. It then moved to the 26th of February, which eluded us all to believe law enforcement from day 1 to day 2 had seen something on footage, perhaps spotted him, seen him, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Well, recently, Brandon Carter, the detective from Sumner County Sheriff's Office, has said, well, that was an error. That for the last 11 months, there was an error that was made in the beginning that mixed up the date, reported date, which is the 26th, and the date missing. So the 25th and the 26th, alluding that it is now February 25th. Well, that was recently came out like January 28th or 29th. And interestingly enough, what also came out at around the 28th or 29th is images of video and images of people in the backyard carrying something. So I feel everyone, we were shocked. Oh my goodness, how could you do that? That's such an error to allow to happen. I don't believe it was an error. I believe, like the flashlights, they did not want that out, so they started the narrative, had the family talk about trash trucks. Well, I think that these images is the same thing. I think that because these were released, they said, oh my goodness, that date, by the way, we didn't see the original email they were responding to. We didn't see any of the dates on the email. It just said, and I have it, I can show it to you. It just says, in response to the flyer, that is the public information officer of TBI's responsibility to change it. However, what I can say is I believe there may have been a mistake made in the beginning, mixing up the reported date and the date last seen, and it was just never corrected. Well, I don't believe that. At first, my jaw hit the floor, shocked, but as I processed it, I thought, no. It's like the trash truck. Okay, this mistake, in my opinion, is like the trash truck. Okay, they did not want this information of individuals going through the backyard, allegedly, and it looks like it. I've got the images I'll share with you again today, carrying something. Okay, so that they both came out at the same time. So I think it was damage control. And go back and watch my video on damage control so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, along with the flashlight video, we have images at 3:10 a.m. of a sedan pulling up in the neighborhood, a dark sedan. And now we have to remember, this is night vision. And that's another thing I'm going to let you all know today. Okay, is those images that we saw, that is being picked up from night vision camera, a camera with night vision. Okay, it's footage. So, and the sedan pulling up, the dark sedan at 3:10 a.m., and the flashlights all occurring around Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers' home, if you're new to the case, the night he went missing. Okay, so it's the only activity that occurred around that home. The only activity. Law enforcement says it's a trash truck, and now we've heard from the P-Foot's detective, we've heard so many things that it's a boyfriend picking up a girlfriend. The family's just lenient and knew all about it. I had a neighbor debunk that for me, that it was DoorDash, that it was the Uber driver who was down at the other end of the street. I mean, these came out like all within 24 hours. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. No, that sedan. I am going to tell you in the only way I can is it was there and it was caught on footage. I'm just telling you that. Okay. And it was at 3:10 a.m. And I've told you before that it wasn't caught on footage, but it stopped down Kellen. Okay. And I've showed you in the map, and I'll show you again today. And 2 people got out before the home with the night vision and all the cameras. Okay. So, and we've been putting together, I was just on the phone. We're putting together a little bit more. Thank you, Kelly Cole. A little bit more of, I love you all. You give me such details. A little bit more of the time thing and some things getting put together right now. That's what we were doing on the phone. One of my sources was having an epiphany regarding the time, and I got off to come over here. So afterwards, I can't wait to talk to her. So we are still working on it. I'm back in. I appreciate all of your sweet support during my bereavement, but I'm back here, friends. So let's talk about this. So there was a 3:10 a.m. sedan. I'm telling you, a dark gray or black sedan at 3:10 a.m. Often thinking, we've discussed that it could be a Nissan. And we were led to that because the mob crew, shout out, worked very hard on going through and measuring the distances of where it was and what might have fit. Okay. Well, Nissan was one of the cars that was brought up. And the first time I brought it up, thank you, Amy. Oh, I love it. I love it. The first time I brought it, and welcome in, hon. The first time I brought it up, I received numerous emails from people in the case, right? So that Nissan, I believe it is a Nissan, in my opinion. And I now have been informed that there has been a Nissan in the neighborhood frequently. Doesn't live there, but visits there. And if you'll recall, SF Investigates said, "Hi, Justin for all. Hey, Justin, I've been trying to text you back for your sweet, sweet message, and I'm working on it because it was just such a great message, and I really am. And I want to tell you, congrats on the Nancy Grace interview. It could not have happened to a sweeter guy. I'm so happy for you, Justin. Thank you for coming in." So there's a Nissan that's been spotted in the neighborhood, appearing again. Used to appear a while ago, hasn't been seen much since the winter, and now it's starting to appear again. Okay, I'm going to tell you it's appearing in the neighborhood. And like SF said on his Lore Lodge interview, it doesn't live there, but it does belong there. It is familiar there. It does visit there. For instance, and remember, he didn't want to say, but for instance, perhaps maybe an older child who is visiting mom and dad. Let's just throw that out there. That could be one. You know what I'm saying? So that is, it's been spotted. I am not going to, like I said, there are things I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let you put them together. I'm not going to show you exactly what house it was spotted at. But if you keep following my lives and my messages, I know, Justin, but I did message you back a thank you, but I wanted you to know you had such a nice message to me and I've been responding to it. And it's just taking me a bit. And thank you so much for your support during my bereavement. I appreciate you so much. And honestly, I'm so excited for you, Justin. Really am. So let's go ahead. Thank you all for being here. So I'm telling you, there was a 3:10 a.m. sedan. Mob crew had figured out measurements with his work. We kind of got to where it was a Nissan. I believe, in my opinion, it's a Nissan. And the Nissan's been arriving in the neighborhood. And like SF said, he knew exactly who was driving that 3:10 a.m. car because it belongs in the neighborhood. He said it doesn't live there, but it's familiar. So perhaps maybe like a kid visiting home or something like that. So let's go ahead and let's continue. Let's get started. Thank you all for being here. Okay, so on March 15th, TBI stated that on February 26, 2024, 15-year-old Sebastian Drake Rogers disappeared from his Sumner County home, leading to a large-scale ground search that resulted in first responders covering that about 2,000 total miles in the effort to find him. The reason I want to share this with you is because I feel it's important. Because like I was saying to you, I don't think there's like some gross error of inadequacy that for 11 months they just didn't change the date back to February 25th. I do not believe that, because I believe the recent email was a strategy. The recent released email was a strategy. And the reason being is, I don't think it was a strategy to hurt. I think it was a strategy to protect the integrity of the case and Sebastian. I don't believe that they wanted that images out, which is why that email came out right about the time of the images in the backyard. Because I don't think FBI, this is TBI. I don't think TBI, FBI, even Sumner County Sheriff's Office, I hope, would not put their careers on the line for a mistake they knew and didn't correct. I think it was crucial to them, just like the flashlights was a trash truck. I think that the images in the backyard on the 26th, the way they could get people off of that is by releasing that email saying, you know, sorry, we had made a mistake all along for 11 months. And from the Amber Alert on, and it's the 25th. Because I don't think they wanted the people in that images to know that those images were captured, were out there. Because look at the images we see. And this is his Amber Alert, by the way, and it also says seen in the Stafford Court area, February 26th. This is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And I just don't think that, I think what they did is, I don't think they would say it, let a mistake ride, but I do think they would say it to protect Sebastian in the investigation. I really do. I really do. There's too many agencies where, and I know it looks like it's been copied and pasted, but they've had discussions, right? So, and as I showed you, I sent an email to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and telling them there's two different dates. On their poster, missing persons poster, it said February 25th. And on TBI, the Amber Alert, it said the 26th. They got back to me, said they'd let me know. And then I heard nothing, crickets. So I believe they're aware, you know. So nothing was changed. And that was back in May. Now, National Center doesn't have probably the authority to change the Amber Alert flyer. That's TBI. But I communicated it, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who caught the missing dates, right? But I just think that they're trying to protect the investigation. These are the images we are speaking of. Okay. I'm not showing the video right now. These are the images. Let me hide this. Excuse me, friends. Thank you so much, Christina, for growing our family. You're very considerate. Okay, these are the images. Now, mind you, this is night vision. So the coloring is what we're going to discuss. I want to do some research on coloring, and then I'll get back to you on that, okay? But what I want to show you in these images, what I saw, what I see, and some of you see something different, okay? First of all, here is, in my opinion, a hanging little feet. Okay, see them? They are not on the ground because down here is the foot of the person back here, this person. Oh, wait, let me go to my cursor so you can see my cursor. I apologize. Okay. What we see right here is, in my opinion, see these little feet and legs. Okay. Oops. Sorry, y'all. See those little feet and legs? Okay. Now, down here, what you see, in my opinion, is the foot of the person standing behind. Their foot is below because it's on the ground. This foot is not. It's dangling. See feet? In my opinion, it's skin. Something's there. Skin. Here's another little heel back there. So I think these are two little feet. And I'm sorry if this is terribly graphic. And then this blackness is a blanket or something, or a hoodie, or black clothing. I don't know. But there's a face, in my opinion, right here. And if this is whoever they're carrying, if it is Sebastian, it's his face right there, in my opinion. Okay? Now, if you go over here to this image that I was sent, and we went over this the other day, okay? This is, remember originally when I had these, I showed them in a members live a while ago, a few months ago, and I thought it was two adults. Well, now, after seeing this, I think this is the man carrying, see the arm, carrying the child, okay? And I think the other person's right here, but this is an open trunk. Here's the space. Here's the back of the sedan. See it? And here's the tire. I think that is the back of the dark gray or black sedan. There's the trunk. There's X is where it's open space, and I think they are carrying to the trunk. But the tire, you can see that round darkness. You see the back of the sedan, and you see what's open here. See it? And there's an open space there. It's the trunk, in my opinion. I believe these are not verified, by the way. I believe them to be real, and I believe them to be from the sophisticated camera that faces the backyard and the commons area that has night vision and audio. So you have dangling feet. Now, some people think this is cowboy boots that are two colors. So we need to find, does Seth know? Seth, if you're in here, Tony, Justin, do you know? Did the boots Seth bought him, were they tri-colored? And then I think it's skin. I want to say this, possibly something securing the ankles, skin, blanket, face. Okay. Now, foot below here is the person standing here. See their foot? See the little feet dangling? See that? This almost looks, in my opinion, like it could be duct tape, and I hate to say that. And then skin. Okay. Here looks like a sedan waiting. They're carrying him to it. Open trunk. I'm coming back to talk to y'all for a second. Let's see what you think. Okay. Let me see what y'all are thinking. Thank you all for being here. Sorry, I see someone's trying to message me. Okay. Excuse me 1 second. Okay. So I do have, so I want to continue, but I want to know what you think of what I just said. Okay. So I have the image up here for you again. I can enlarge the image. Okay. Let me enlarge this one for you. Okay. The one I haven't drawn on. How do I enlarge it? There we go. Okay. Here's the one I have not drawn on. Here. As soon as my cursor goes, though. Here's the trunk. Here's the top of the car, back window, back end. Okay, let me see if I can get you the tire too. Okay, now let me enlarge it. Here's the tire. Here's the back end, window, top of the car. There's a space here. This is the trunk. See how it matches the car color? This is the open trunk. Here's the back of the car. Here's the open space. Here's the tire, window, top. Okay. Carrying him over to the trunk, allegedly, in my opinion, as all of this is. Okay. And here it is drawn for you. The trunk, the back of the car, the tire, and they're right here. Okay. This is the Nissan that's been spotted in the neighborhood. It is a Nissan Maxima. Nope, that's not the one. Excuse me. Let me get that one off. That is not the right one. Go back. Trying to go back. Sorry, guys. Go back. There. Got the wrong photo in there. Got the wrong photo in there. Hold on one second. Let me pause there for a second. I'll be right back, my friends. Right back. Okay, I'm back. So I'm sorry, I'm going to show you the one. Okay. So these are, let me make sure you're with me. Back when the mob crew was doing his amazing work in measurements of this area, what kind of car would fit in there. He measured lights and distance and had people go out there for him. Great work. One of the cars that came up was a Nissan. And maybe an older version, maybe newer, but just because of some of the things, the way the lights went on and things like that. Okay. Now, 214 Nissan is what comes to my mind that I believe would fit real well. This is a 214 Nissan Maxima. This is a stock photo of a dark gray because we were told dark gray or black sedan pulled up at 3:10 a.m. Okay. This is the Nissan that's being spotted in the neighborhood. It has not been there for quite a while, and now it has started appearing again. It is parking in a driveway in the neighborhood, so it does belong, like SF said, because he said he knows who drives it, and it belongs in the neighborhood. It doesn't live there. It's familiar. So I'm thinking of a regular visitor. And it's been parking somewhere and in a home, at a home. Okay, and it's back. It wasn't there all winter, and it's reappearing again. But see this? See this? It really could be, that's what we're talking about. That's the car. Then I put it right below you here because this is where I saw the back end, the tire, and the hood. Trunk open. I'm just kind of showing you this is the area I'm speaking of. Here's the slope of the window. Okay. That's the area I'm talking about on the car. And I put the stock photo because this car, I didn't capture the back end because it captured an address and I did not want to do that. Okay. And I'm going to skip the next slide just because I think it's best to. Okay. So here's the car info. Oops, sorry. Why is it doing that? That got weird. Let me undo what it just did. That's weird. Okay. My slideshow just did something really weird. Okay. I don't know why it just did that. Let me see if I can get it to go enlarge again. There we go. Now I just need to. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. So this is the car info, what we know. Car info. Oops, sorry, I misspelled the word car. Nissan Maxima is what we have here. It could fit according to the mob crew back in the day. It is familiar in the neighborhood. According to SF, that is what we are dealing with that car. Not seen in the winter or in a long time. Now it's been appearing. It does not live in the neighborhood, but it frequents the neighborhood, so it would not be odd to see it in the neighborhood. Could be, Holly, yes. Okay. And I am going through this in a way where I am also integrous to the investigation and not saying things I shouldn't. He could be throwing a bone. But we've had the Nissan Elsa, or we've had the Sedan since long before. And he says it's in the neighborhood. It could be. Here's one in the neighborhood. Is it that dark sedan at 3:10 a.m.? I don't know, but one's in the neighborhood. People are noticing it. Yes, I do recall hearing that he was working on someone's car, but I thought it was his niece's. James, good question. Does anyone know what kind of car it was? I'm reading some of your messages if you don't mind. Good instinct, Frank. Perhaps a child who visits home now, correct? That's what I was thinking. Good instincts. Thank you, Sandy. That's a great way to let them know how to catch my attention. I think SF throws a lot of bones and a lot of distractions, in my opinion. Okay. But we know about the dark sedan. And I'm telling you, there's one in the neighborhood. And it's in an area that has other connections, in my opinion, to this night. Okay? My opinion. That's all I just what I'm going to say. And my next couple of lives, I'm going to show you some of those connections. Am I accusing? No. I'm just showing you what's happening in the neighborhood around where a missing child is missing. Okay? And this car is now appearing. And yes, I wish we knew, James, who's, I thought I had heard it was his niece's vehicle. Holly S. I heard from, Sandy says, I heard from naked drivers that SF said he'd get them their reward and he never did. On a different case, Sandy? CB, is CB in here? I thought I had CB in here. She's texting. Is she in the house? Maybe not. That's who was just texting me. So, okay. But let's keep going. Okay, thank you, Sandy. I just wanted to make sure that everyone else knew that too. Teresa Wilson wants to add to that. Jay, wasn't the car CP allegedly worked on down where the RV he resided in was? I could be very wrong. And Teresa, I'll be honest with you, when I don't know something, I don't know where he was allegedly working on it in. I'm wondering if they said down there because he maybe wasn't supposed to be in Hendersonville, or maybe it was in Hendersonville. Does anyone in the chat know where that car was being worked on and what kind of car? Yeah, I can't see it either, Morgan Le Fay. That's something to me. Yes. Okay, Tori, what are we talking about here? Let me back up. Stacy Michelle, we will check into that. Remember, we've had a clue that there were sisters who were being quiet. Okay. But also, that is a name that I want. Well, I'm going to look into that. I will always tell you if I don't know something, and I always will go try and find out for you. Okay. And I'll always let you know when my sources have told me something, and I'll always let you know when I'm giving you just a piece, because the rest is confidential and I'm giving you what I can. Okay. Okay, Tori, you're saying if that is who it looks like to me, then that's who CP is protecting. I want to go back and see who you're talking about. Hi, Stress Blessed, True Crime Obsessed. Great name. Diana Bond, Shay Brown. No. Tori. Okay. Now, I'm glad you said that. Okay. I have such trouble getting the wrong. Okay. I'm glad you said that, because people did not agree with me when I said the very same thing. Because remember, I crossed out CP's name on those images in my last slideshow. I didn't have time today after work. But let me show you something. I'll go back. Terry Banks just put it on a big screen. She does not think it's CP at all. Okay. This is a 2014 Nissan, I believe, Maxima. Okay, let me go back and show you why I don't think it is. And I'm going to give you 2 reasons why. First of all, I could be wrong. I always want you to form your opinion. Look at the height. Look at the height. Now, if we are wanting to assume this is KP, there is not that kind of a height difference. I know a lot of people say, well, she's crouching maybe and helping carry, correct? But when you look at this up close, I want you to think what I see is allegedly DG. Look at the height difference. Look at the hair. And the reason I think that is not only because of the height, but because one person who I think would make sure he had a rock solid alibi at this moment of not being present and being in Memphis, allegedly, we're all speculating, would trust this person that I'm saying, who would step in and help out, allegedly, so the other could prove alibi. Now remember, it still throws this one under the bus. She still has no alibi. She's home alone with a child that disappeared and lots of inconsistencies, okay? And a locked house when she woke up and a child missing. And another thing, you don't wake up a child who's not there, okay? When I woke him up, he wasn't there. That doesn't make sense, okay? So I just think height-wise, we need to look at that, okay? So Nissan spotted at 3:10 a.m. or sedan, dark sedan spotted at 3:10 a.m. We were all talking back in the day about a 2014 Nissan. Here's one in the neighborhood. Why does that keep showing up like that? Okay, hold on. Let me move on. Okay. There it is. Hasn't been seen in a while. And if you recall, we had flashlights, not a trash truck. But we were told a trash truck, and flashlights have never been verified. We have a sedan that pulls up at 3:10 a.m. We have footage of images moving through the backyard. 2 images appear to be carrying something. We have Nancy Grace, who would not discuss these images if they were ridiculous and unfounded, in my opinion. And there was never any alert to the public regarding a stranger. And in my opinion, those images we see imagine what Secret Service can do to those images to enhance them. Imagine. Almost like I keep saying, they're standing right in front of them. Which leads me again to say that's probably why Brandon Carter released an email or had someone leak an email or released an email saying, according to the flyer, meaning the date of the 26th, the missing date and the reported date got mixed up in the beginning. Now, you can't mix up 2 dates that are the same. So he's talking about the 25th and the 26th. We know the reported date's the 26th. So he's saying the missing date's the 25th. And for 11 and a half months, TBI just hasn't fixed it because it's their responsibility. But you tell me, Brandon Carter's lead on this case, Bobby Simmons, we know them first name basis according to CP. He's lead TBI. Would they really let that kind of error go on that he was last seen on the 25th, but telling everyone for 11 months the 26th? I would hope not. And I don't think so. I think it's a strategy, just like the trash truck narrative. I think this is another narrative because their investigation is important. Right? And hopefully they're trying to protect the investigation in Sebastian, not the culprits, but I believe they're trying to protect Sebastian and the investigation. So just like the trash truck, or just like the flashlight was a trash truck, now suddenly we have images in the backyard on the 26th, and we have an email stating the dates were wrong from the beginning, mixed up, and never fixed by TBI. And I just don't believe that to be accurate. And no alert to the public ever regarding a stranger. Never. Because the people standing in front of them, they could ID, and they didn't want that out there. They don't want the criminals to know they see it. So we're back to the 25th. So who took Sebastian? Several did. And I say took because clearly Sebastian was taken. Right? Bobby Simmons is the lead detective on the case for TBI. You've heard CP mention him, Bobby. That's who he's referring to. Remember when he said, we'll just get Bobby and Carter over here and have a whole big, whatever he said, showdown or something. And he was talking about, I don't remember what it was, but yeah, they were going to come have a showdown with him. Okay. I'm trying to go back to see where, real quick. So here we are. I know, in my opinion, he was taken. I know, and we know that those were not trash trucks. And we know the Proudfoots know those were not trash trucks because we know that because the neighbors know trash trucks don't go through their backyards. The neighbors in that neighborhood know that. The Proudfoots know a trash truck doesn't go through their backyard because Sebastian's chore, as we've been told, is to take the trash can to the end of the driveway for trash pickup. We saw the trash truck in front of the home on Stafford, Sebastian's home. It wasn't in the back of the house. It's in the front. I believe SF even posted that, showing front of the house, not back. So someone took him, in my opinion. That trash truck is not going through backyards. That's people moving. And FBI agents, homicide detectives who have channels we've listened to, experts believe those are flashlights moving. Some believe it might be a lantern, some a headlight, wearing it on their foreheads, but they're moving. There are more than 2 in the Commons that evening. There are more than 2. Remember, not everything was caught on camera. The car was prevalent. The car was there before we saw it on camera. And we're going to discuss all of that, okay? So that's coming, along with some other things I'm going to connect with the car and the area and the car where that is showing up. There's other little reasons that house family's names keep popping up. So I'm gonna show you some connections. So please hit the notification bell. Please subscribe if you haven't. And I appreciate all of you so much. And NJs, you're here. Hi, NJs. So good to see you. Thank you for growing the family and for being here. NJs, you're so wonderful and kind. NJs she's just NJ's is a great mod, and she mods for someone else that she's also helping out. So I'm appreciative when I see NJ here. Thank you, sweetie. And thank you for helping to grow the family with your thoughtfulness as always. And Miss Bev is growing our family. Don't forget, y'all, Saturday, 1 p.m. and Eastern time. And I am going to be doing a Sebastian Rogers couple of things merch giveaway. Okay, Bev Heilman, thank you. 5 Crime Time Buzz memberships. Family memberships, Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Bev, thank you for growing our family. If you received a membership from Christina, NJ's, or Bev, please, please, please thank them. And everyone, please welcome them to our family. Please welcome them to our family. Annette Sheehan, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. Keep up the greatest work, Jay. Love your channel. Thanks. And at NJ's for my membership. Oh, good. I'm glad you got it. Thank you so much, NJ's. You have a thank you from Annette. And Annette, thank you to you. You all are so kind and appreciative. And I love it that you appreciate the things the non-drama channels do. Oh, James Coover, please email it to me. crimetimebuzz@gmail.com. crimetimebuzz@gmail.com. And warning, I'm behind in my emails since Mom died. Okay. Thank you, Stacy, for sharing that. I will look into that about the sister. Hi, Maui Sun. Whispering Winds, good to see you. Mama first ordered pizza and chicken wings, my favorite. He never said where he was working on it. Okay, thank you, Carrie Star. So we don't have knowledge of the location. Yeah, the garbage. I know, Holly. Yes, Holly. You know what's interesting about, or Diana Bond? You know what's interesting about the garbage? It comes up many times in this case. I did a live before where we did a spreadsheet. We did a little diagram of how many times the trash came up in this case. I might bring that up again. I am not one to believe that he went out with the trash because of the flashlights, because of all that going on. I think something may have, but I don't believe it was Sebastian. Okay, remember, we're all just speculating. Oh, Shauna says it was in Mississippi. Okay. Carrie says he just sat on a friend's car all weekend. Okay. Thank you. So it wasn't a relative's. Thank you, Carrie, for saying that, because I was told niece. And the only niece I could think of was the niece that's not old enough. Okay. Oh, that was in video. They didn't get any reward, sadly. Kylie Rodney was found. Oh, wow. Oh, I remember Adventures with Purpose found her. Yes, I watched the whole thing. We all watched it. Big D has a car like that, allegedly. Thank you. And when you're saying Big D, are you referring to Durant or Danny? I do not think this was a stranger abduction at all. I think this was premeditated, in my opinion, and I want you to form your own. Danny has several vehicles, from what I understand, James, one of which is a Nissan, from what I'm hearing, an older Nissan, but I haven't been able to verify that. Okay. I do not think this was a stranger abduction because they never told the public to beware. They had this footage. They knew what we see, they've enhanced. Okay. I do not believe this was a stranger abduction, because how in the world did that stranger relock the house up? So when KP woke up in the morning, the house was relocked. KP told us on Nancy Grace, only immediate family has the capability to lock and unlock the house with keys and codes. So how would a stranger relock the home? Okay. How would a stranger pull up at that corner at 310 and they were at that corner for about 3 to 5 minutes or something to span and get in and out and grab Sebastian, figure out where he was, get into the house, break into the house. It's not logical to me. And if that's a stranger that we're seeing in the images, then law enforcement has identified that stranger, in my opinion, because they have cleaned that up, the Secret Service and everything. Oh, thank you so much, Bree Shoemaker, Bree 61. Thank you so much. It's been a roller coaster ride, hasn't it, friends, since day one, and we're almost to the year mark. We are 22 days away from a year of being reported missing. Oh my goodness, our family's getting larger. Thank you, Lady Roses. Gifted 5 more memberships. 5 more memberships. So our family is growing again, thanks to the generosity and kindness of Lady Roses giving someone else a chance for our 1 p.m. Saturday lives. We have a great time. I'm giving away merch this Saturday. Please thank Lady Roses if you receive one of her generous gifts. Thank you, Lady Roses. And Lady Roses, thank you so much for the super sticker. You all are so sweet, so kind, so sweet. Truly. So I do not believe it is a stranger. I believe that if it was a stranger who happed upon Sebastian in an opportunity, there would have been a break-in. Because remember, the house was locked and locked back up in the morning. There would have been signs of a break-in. Other things that would have been evident that are not. Also, another thing, and I saw on, when you can't get a timeline from the person who last saw the person, a consistent timeline, I can't look away. I absolutely can't look away from that person. Okay. That person is the last person who saw Sebastian, the mother. You should remember, it should be etched in your brain, his last words when they were, your last words to him when they were, the last thing he was wearing, absolutely everything. And it changes and it changes and it changes. And the noise wasn't introduced for 18 days. By day 22, it was a thud. I mean, I remember the last time I saw my son recently. I could tell you what he's wearing, what we said, all that. And we're not in the midst of, me needing to remember. So no, in my opinion, and I want you to make your own, in my opinion, and I want you to make your own, I don't believe it's a stranger. Lori Stewart, I have thought that's who, in my opinion, ever since I saw that hairline in my red image, that's who I thought it was. That's why I crossed CP out of the images that were from Lady Freedom on my last slideshow. I didn't have time today, but on my last slideshow, yes, that's why I crossed it out, because the height and the hairline, I just think it's DG. Allegedly, not accusing anyone, just speculating. It's CP's best friend. Isn't CP's best friend also his cousin, Carrie? Hold on. I'm writing some things down. Carrie? Carrie, have you ever heard... Carrie, are you versed on the silhouette at all? So his best friend, according to his cousin, but his cousin is his best friend, is what I'm hearing. Do we know of any other friends? I don't know. Many people think, some say it could be hunched over, laying on the shoulder. Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. DG is a cousin of CPs on the Bauer Sox, the B Sox side. He owns a construction site. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Regina. Yes. Thank you, guys. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. You all have been so wonderful. Do not miss the next live. Oh, Lady Roses, thank you. Sweetheart, you are so, oh, look at the little picture. I didn't notice that. And she in a little two-piece. Oh my goodness. Lady Roses, I appreciate you. And that picture is just too cute. Thank you so much, love. Appreciate you all. Appreciate each and every one of you. Well, don't miss the next live. Please do not. I'm going to continue. What I will tell you is, see, there was one slide I wanted to show you, but I am going to show you. I'm going to take something out of it real quick, okay? I will be right back. Just hold on. Now, I'm just going to tell you, this car has been spotted in the immediate vicinity around Sebastian's home, okay? That's what I'm going to tell you, okay? In the immediate vicinity of homes around his home. That's all I'm going to say. And I'll say one more thing. Oh, sorry, guys. I misspelled Carr here. Sorry about that. So, familiar in the neighborhood, not seen it. According to the people who are seeing it now, they haven't seen it since before winter, and now it's showing up again, visiting. Been in driveway lately visiting, and does not live in the neighborhood, but would not be odd to see, and they would know who's driving it. Okay? And again, forgive my spelling error of Carr. And please hit that notification bell. Please, please, please. I will be back on. I was on talking to a source right before I got on with you. So I am going to get back on there. We're working on something we were just thinking of right before I got on. So hit the notification bell. Please subscribe if you enjoyed yourself and haven't joined us yet. Hi, Roller Girl. Austin Shea, good to see you. Austin, I think I owe you some emails. Everyone, I'm getting there. I'm back on. Thank you for your grace during my bereavement. And I will see you all soon. Prayers up, we're getting close. Now, we know that if we know these things, law enforcement knows this car is now in the neighborhood. So they'll find out and determine if it's relevant. Because we know they know a car pulled up at 3:10 a.m. And I'll let you know. I know that. I know they know. So there's no, we don't know what we don't know. Craddock, I know you know. A car pulled up at 3:10 a.m. So my friends, thank you so much. Prayers up. Don't miss the next one. Prayers up for everyone looking, for Seth Rogers, for all Sebastian's loved ones, for Sebastian, and all of you. Everyone safe, and I will see you soon. Thank you for everything. Always a pleasure to see you guys.